This is John McQuay with 8541 Tactical, and I normally don't do unboxings, but I am really excited to get this package in today. This is from Danger Close Armament, and we talked to them when we were up at the TriggerCon show in Tacoma, Washington, and this should be my first full custom Glock. So we're going to take a look and see what we have here. And I even brought out the special unboxing knife for this. This is a Microtech Halo for those of you that are knife geeks. And so we are going to go ahead and cut into this and get it open here. And hopefully I don't slice my table open, because the Halo is a ridiculously sharp knife. That out of here. Nothing else. All right. Factory Glock flip latch box. And wrapped all up pretty inside. And there she is, guys. This is the Danger Close Armament Signature Series package. And this is a really cool overall set of details. We've got the file copy of their FFL and paper there, and a really cool Danger Armament patch. I'm so excited I can't even speak. Really cool. Yeah. All right, so check to make sure it's clear. No magazines. I did not ship it to them with any magazines. What happened here is I took a brand new Generation 4 Glock 19, threw it in the box without even firing it, and shipped it off to them. And they went ahead and performed their signature package on it. And one of the things that I really like about Danger Close's work is the border work that they do over the stippling. Now, just about anybody can grab a soldering iron or a wood burner and attack a Glock grip and stipple it. That is really not difficult. Now, making it look really classy and making it really functional without damaging the weapon itself, that takes a little bit of work. And what I really like about Danger Close's stippling job here is that when I run my fingers over it, it really is not that aggressive. It's not that harsh. It's not just going to peel skin off. Some of the stuff, it's like a rasp, and if you ran across the back of your hands, it's going to rip skin off. But the way they do their stippling with this oblong or chisel-shaped tip, when you actually grab the handgun, your skin is forced down into those recesses, and it really creates a really nice mechanical lock. I mean, I just grab the handgun, and then you can see on the palm of my hand all the texturing from the handgun. Additionally, they don't run the stippling up too high, so the web of your thumb, if you take a high grip, is protected, and you've got that smooth portion there, which you can really tear up the web of your thumb if you have aggressive stippling or aggressive serrations on the back there. Because no matter how hard you hold it, there's going to be a little bit of movement under recoil. Now, they did cut the trigger guard high in here, but there's no extra indexing cuts or anything underneath the trigger guard. That is an option. However, they didn't do it on this one. I really don't care one way or the other on it. I think maybe when you don't undercut it, it gives a little bit more strength to that trigger guard if it gets any hard impacts. But this portion up here does not make any difference to me. I just want to be able to get that really high grip, and you're able to do so on here. Now, in addition, they have their cuts up here in the side of the frame, so they act as indexing points or they act as ledges to get your thumb in there, and it does two things for you. First of all, it helps give you an index point to make sure that that support side hand is in the right position, but it also gives you a little bit of leverage to push down. And lastly, knowing that your thumb is there, you know it's not up here on the slide, and dragging it on the slide can cause a malfunction depending upon how hard you push on that. The overall appearance on the frame is great, and then this was a full black gun, but they Cerakoted it in this olive or coyote color, and it looks really attractive. Now, when we come up here on the slide, they've done a lot of work on the slide, and one of the biggest gripes I have with factory Glocks is the slide is smooth up here, and I like to do press checks underneath the gun like that or over the top. And I think it's a whole lot easier, especially when you get into optics-equipped handguns, to do a press check from the front rather than having to come over the top or come over the back and press check at the rear of the pistol, because your hand gets in the way. There's a rear sight. There's all kinds of stuff in here. And again, this is a lot of personal preference, but my personal preference is to come up and press check from the front of the handgun. And these slide serrations up here allow you to do that. Now, you do have top serrations on here, so I think the top serrations are mainly for aesthetics. I can't see a lot of purposes where those top serrations are really going to come into play, but a lot of people like them. I think it maybe reduces the glare on top of the slide a little bit. It looks nice. I don't have any aversion to them, and they've done them in a very nice pattern here. They are kind of a wave pattern, kind of reminiscent of Smith & Wesson's M&P serrations, but the slide serrations on the side are an angled serration that matches up with the factory Glock serrations on the back. Now, they also do have a slight inlet pattern here, which really doesn't remove a ton of metal, but it does just give you a little bit more of an aesthetically pleasing cut. And on the reverse side, opposite the ejection port, you do have the Danger Close Armament bomb logo, which is a really cool looking logo. And of course, it is set into another inlet cut into here. The slide does have a bit of an angle cut on the side, up forward of the MOS plate, and this is an MOS, so they were kind of limited on what they could do back here over the mounting plate. The back of the slide is chamfered, and really just, again, overall, a really aesthetically pleasing package. It looks good, it looks custom, and you know, it's a full custom Glock. I'm really excited to get this guy out to the range. I did not have them put their signature trigger in here. We were probably going to be doing some different trigger stuff, so it does still have the factory Gen 4 G19 heavy as can be trigger. So that is in there, and again, we still have the factory slide release and factory magazine release, which are my preference on the Glock 19. We are going to get some sights on here, and we'll get an optic on here. We're going to get this guy up to the range, and we're going to put quite a few rounds through it, and then we will report back to you. Not necessarily on the function, because inside it is stock Glock. The exterior, the main thing I wanted is that stippling. Again, we lost all the finger grooves now. A lot of guys just really don't like those finger grooves because they don't match up to where their fingers are. And this should really lock our hand in on those sweaty range days and give us a little bit better feel to it. Overall, I love the way it looks. It immediately looks like a custom Glock. It looks really slick. And for those of you guys that are Glock fans, I think this is a really, really awesome looking handgun. So tell me what you think about the Danger Close Armament custom signature series pistol here, and what you think about custom Glocks overall. Do you think it's kind of silly to dump this kind of money into a Glock, or do you think that this is something that you're interested in and you really like to see the polymer pistols being customized like 1911s have been for years? Now, I do want to let you guys know that I supplied the pistol to Danger Close Armament. They went ahead and did the work for us free of charge, so I really appreciate that. But really, I was attracted to the work initially when I saw them at TriggerCon before they even offered to do a pistol for us. So I want to really thank them for taking care of the work on this handgun, and I look forward to getting it out to the range and beating it up and seeing how well it performs overall. More than likely, what we're going to do is we'll shoot it next to a stock Glock, and we'll let you know really what the differences are between this fully tuned gun and a stock Glock 19. So that's it for this really quick unboxing video. I really want to hear your comments though, so please leave them in the comment section below or send them to us on Facebook or Twitter. And until next time, get out and shoot.